This video I'm going to show you how to wire the ECU, which is a Speedy EFI, which is a Speeduino Fishdog. There are many models and types and kinds, which is mega squared and whatever. This is a Speeduino Fishdog. It's a Speedy EFI. I really recommend you guys going to their website and check it out. So first thing I did while wiring was to set up. So I have my fuse block up here, as you can see right here, and all the power comes from the car, which is a large wire that here that comes from the back, where the battery is. That one powers my fuse block, which powers, yeah, I didn't mess with the wiring in here yet, but there's a relay out here, and the power coming from the back, it's supplied to that relay that supplies power to the ECU, to the fuse block. Does that make sense? So a relay works almost like a switch. Two of the prongs are one positive, one negative. Once you have positive and negative get in there, another two prongs get together, right? Like a light switch, but instead of using your finger, you use power. So once the power comes from here, which is this first guy here, bang, so that powers that relay. You hear a clicking there, and then powers my fuse block, which is power everything else. The second thing is this here powers my ECU. So my ECU is off right now. Once it powers the ECU, I have another relay here, one of those guys, that is the relay that powers the fuel pump. So you might hear, right, and the fan and everything else that's powered by this here. One thing you might ask yourself is the ECU, it's got the paper here, it has triggers. So for example here you have the fan, which is number 22, and the color blue and orange. One thing is, this do not repeat. There is no other blue and orange or orange and blue, so it's pretty cool. So when you get fan 1, this is the trigger to the fan. So inside the application, which I'm using, Tuner Studio, there is a thing that says, oh, when your temperature reaches X, turn on the fan. So this turn on the fan, it sends the negative to the fan. I thought it was a positive, and of course it wasn't working when I first overheated. So it sends the negative to the fan. The fan is another thing that you might use a relay. So the negative coming from the ECU provides negative to the relay, and then the other side has a switched power positive, which means it's only there when I turn on the car, when I turn on that switch, right? I flick the switch, now I have power. It's almost like you turn the key, but you don't run the car. So it reaches there, and once the ECU sends a negative, it makes the contact and join the other two connectors, which are the connectors that supply power to the fan. So then the fan gets power and start running. Once the ECU decides that it's no longer necessary to run, it's going to cut the negative, it's going to open the prongs, and then boom, you don't have the fan running anymore. So remember, negatives. So for the injectors and the coils, you also have things like this. So for example, here you have the injectors, and you can see the positive going to the relay, number 30, and then 87 goes to positive on the battery. And so which means when these two here contact, get positive and negative, then you're going to have power passing from here to here, which is going to power your injectors. So you see here the key, turn the key, then it's going to receive the power, pass the power along, plus and minus, connect both, and then send to your injectors. Now your injectors are running. And you see injectors have two connectors. So one is positive, of course, because it's coming from the positive here, and the negative goes to the ECU, right? You get here the sensors. So you have throttle position sensor is a special one, and that's one of the reasons why I want to make this video, because I didn't quite know what to do. So the TPS, you have the TPS, and you also gotta use the power. There's number 5, I guess, 8. It's a 5-volt reference, because the TPS, which is this guy, is fed by a 5-volt, and you don't have a 5-volt because you have 12-volt in a car. So the ECU gives you a 5-volt, which is the gray wire. So the gray wire feeds this guy for me, and then I have 2 more connectors, and then I know what to do. One's the signal and the other one is the negative. So keep that in mind. Negative goes the battery, positive comes from the ECU 5 volts, and then you have the signal. And then you have here another things. Wideband is another one. I mean, you have negative. It's not a rocket science. You have negative, you have the signal, and you know, and then you have the positive going to the battery on its own. Another thing you gotta keep in mind, I don't know if I talk about on my wiring, the ECU only have 4 injectors. So you see injector 1, 2, 3, 4, and then ignition 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? You gotta wire together the 1st and the 6th, and then the 2nd and the 5th, and the 3rd and the 4th. So those 2 are wired together, those 2 are wired together, and the 1st and last wired together. Same for the injectors. So when the ECU fires the first one, it fires here and there, right? So keep that other thing in mind. Things I add relay to, that's another very important thing. Switch power is down here, is a 30 amp relay. It gets triggered by that one switch, this guy here, and when I switch that, it switches that relay, which lets all the power go to the fuse block. Then we have fuel pump, we have injectors, and we have the ECU. On the other side, I have the fan, and I have 2 more relays that I added to power the window. Yeah, I'll need to, that one is going to be a special video, and yeah, and everything goes inside this nice hidden area. Yeah, so you can barely see. I need to put the trims, wrap the trims, and do some stuff, and that's pretty much it. I mean, basically you have all your wiring out. If you've done like me, I had all the wiring, and I put inside on the wire loom, and I start putting inside the engine. I think the hardest, or the one that you gotta pay more attention, is the crank and the cam, because there is a little the ECU has 1 wire which it has 4 other wires inside it. They're thinner, and it has a shield around it. Those are for the crank and the crank and the camshaft. One thing you need to pay attention is you have here like RPM 1, RPM 2, and you see here RPM 1 and 2 plus and minus. So it says here cam and crank, so pay attention on that, don't invert them. And you just get here crank red, put on the crank positive, and then how do I know which one was positive, which one was negative? Very good question. So got zoomed in. I got a wire harness that was for I said Toyota Supra, someone correct me and said it was from Chaser or something like that. But anyway, they are pretty similar, and they're gonna have the same things. And this is what is left. So of course I destroyed the whole harness. That was pretty and nice, because I don't want the harness. I don't want all the crap. I don't have those connectors. I don't have the ECU. So I took one by one apart. Then when it was time to get the crank and the cam, I was gonna say crank, there's this thing here from this website, Wilbo 666, right? And then it says what is the connector, right? B1, B2, and B3. Those are the only ones I had. and then you get here, for example, injector number 3, and it gives you more information about it. When you go, I do not remember what was the crank and the cam, but you get here, for example, trigger, the ignition, the IGF. I was doing the old coils, but I gave up on that mission. Eventually you're gonna get here into whatever you need. So I did it, and I got the connectors, and that's how I get all the OEM connectors from these guys, because of course my car was a BMW, so it's this harness here, you know, parts of the harness there, and another parts of the harness in here, which is extremely heavy. You see here what is all left. It's a very well built car, but so much weight in exhaust, carpet, plastic, and wire. Man, a lot. But anyway, this is how you do it. This is how I found out what the connector was, where it was, and if it was positive or negative. So you see here, for example, speed sensor, and you see here plus, right? And somewhere there's the speed sensor minus, speed sensor minus. So you know that the connector number 11 is plus on the connector B3, and the speed sensor pin number 5 is positive. I said connector 11, no, it's pin number 11 is negative, pin number 5 is positive. So you know, that's how you do it. The guy that sold me the harness, he had a lot of notes, very well organized guy. If you're watching this video here somehow, just shoot me a message. He drew this thing here. It's pretty cool. I mean, he did a lot of work. It was working his car, but he had the ECU. So anyway, just a little recap. If you're doing this here, the only thing you need to pay attention is, first, fuse your pump, the switch power in the car, because if anything goes wrong, your relay goes out, right? And then it's good. So switch power in the car, first thing. Second thing is your pump and your fan. You need to have relays for that. Oh, and just for fun, I'm going to just run the car. I don't get tired of hearing this thing, man. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get my latest videos about this car. Next was cars running already in real life, but the videos are probably behind. I have a few, it's like wrappings and you know, put some more things together. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a little comment here if you have anything to say. Little like button always helps, and tell people about it. And I'll be glad to answer questions. So just shoot me your question, I'll answer quickly. See you in the next video.